Hey everyone, Eric Lima here. You're watching my YouTube vlog show of 2018, which acts as my second YouTube channel. Plus, it is the second chapter taking off from the TPL, the People's Lima show. This is now called EML77 TV. You're watching the 42nd episode. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone is having a wonderful, wonderful day. First things first. NXT, they had a couple of matches after TakeOver. They taped this before TakeOver started, so like a couple of kickoff matches, so to speak. Um, Kairi Sane, the Mae Young Classic champion of 2017, went one on one with Lacey Evans, the lady of NXT, after some very harsh words spoken towards the Twilight Princess by Lacey Evans. And Kairi Sane defeated Lacey Evans with the insane elbow. That means it could help the momentum go into the women's championship division, where Shayna Baszler is now the champion, as Ember Moon was moved up to the main roster on Monday Night Raw. And then they had the tag team match, Heavy Machinery versus the team of I call this team the Moneymakers, because they got all like the Ferraris and all that. So the Moneymakers, that would be the team of that's my nickname for them. Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss, but they were interrupted by the newest tag team to send a message to the Undisputed Era. That would be the War Raiders. That would be Hanson and Rowe, which they were known as War Machine and Ring of Honor in Japan. So I say this: the War Raiders. I'm predicting that towards the end of this year, they will be the new tag team champions. And next year, after WrestleMania, the Undisputed Era will debut. I can guarantee you that. That's my prediction. And so they had a recap of the NXT Takeover event. We're gonna see Johnny Gargano returning to NXT. We'll see how that goes out. Let's see what Almas and Black go from there. Will Almas try to get his title back? The rumor has it that Zelina Vega will go one-on-one with Candice LeRae. It'll be a heck of a war. That'll be a heck of craziness going on. All right. Second thing I want to talk about: the Red Sox 9-game winning streak came at the end last night. At the hand of the New York Yankees, who defeated them 10-7, despite the fact that J.D. Martinez had a grand slam off of Masahiro Tanaka. And there was a bench clearing brawl that started when Tyler Austin slid to second base feet first, and Brock Holt was like, "Hey, watch it," And Tyler Austin was jaw jacking, and then everybody tried to come out and play peacemaker and all that. Then, then Joe Kelly responded by hitting Tyler Austin, and all of a sudden Austin went after him, despite the bench clearing brawl. So I don't see how the league places this one, because I think Joe Kelly may end up being suspended for a couple games, and will Tyler Austin be too. I think the Red Sox have taken exception to all that because of the Manny Machado incident with Dustin Pedroia that cost Dustin Pedroia the rest of the season last year. So up until May. So Dustin Pedroia won't be back until May, and we're already halfway through. We'll be halfway through April at the done, and it's gonna be. We're gonna have some 60-degree weather finally here in April. My goodness. After all that snow and cold that we've been having and all the rain, rain I don't mind. The rain, I'm cool with the rain. Is that the cold and the snow? It's like aggravating. Every time we hear about snow, you're like, oh, good Lord, here we go again. Can one man winter let go of New England, leave New England alone? It's like, appa, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to be shoveling snow in the middle of April or May, for goodness sake. So, not at my workplace. That's why I've been hating my workplace more and more than ever, because of all that crazy snow and all that good stuff. So, hey, so that's huge. And another thing, another thing too, I'll be seeing the movie Rampage tomorrow, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Rampage was based off the arcade classic of the '80s, and I have the Rampage shirt to go along with it. So I will give you give you my review of what the movie is, how the movie is, and hopefully I'll give it a thumbs up. So I found a place in the theater, because the theater's now expensive, especially the malls, because the mall has kicked it up a notch ever since they got the whole makeover thing. The Galleria obviously going double digits, like $10 or $11. So the reason why I went there last time, I got a gift card given to me, I believe by my sister, Cora, my brother-in-law Brandon, and you know what? I went to go see Pixels. Was the last movie I seen over at the Regal Cinemas in the Galleria. The new picture show in Fall River, the South Coast Marketplace there, has a good decent price. It's $6.75, which is not that bad really. It's any movies before noon. Rampage starts at 11:30, so and the place opens up at 11:15. So I'm gonna try to get there, by 11:15. That way I can go and get what I need and just go and I'm gonna have some fun. So I'm looking forward to seeing Rampage in the movie. Like my Power Ranger shirt, 25th anniversary. Green Ranger's been my favorite Ranger. Why? All simple. The suit. The suit makes it cool. The 6th Ranger always has the coolest suits ever, coolest gear ever. And there's the Dragon Sword. Yeah, look at that. So I'm really, really excited. Another thing, before we get into the main course of what I want to talk about. Also, another thing I want to talk about. Got another shirt off eBay. I got this shirt off eBay, and I got another shirt. I ordered this shirt like a couple of days ago. How fast is the service? I'm telling you, maybe it's not that far from where I am. Check it out. Super Mario Brothers 2 Mario Madness shirt. And I played a little of that Super Mario 3 mix. It's a little harder than it looks. So I'm like, wow. And some of the levels were recreated from the previous games of Super Mario 1 and 2. So, it's a lot of fun, though. So it's going to be more of a challenge. So hopefully I'll get a chance to play it and show you guys what that's all about. So I'm having a lot of fun here. The main course, the main news is that Billy Mitchell, who was the king of Donkey Kong. He was the Donkey Kong champion. He was the first one to reach 1 million points and all. Well, that's no longer the case because he's been stripped of that title and all his records stricken from the video game books, according to the decision was made by Twin Galaxies, which is in charge of the video game records. They are now recognizing Steve Wiebe being the first 1 million point player in Donkey Kong. Now, people want to know why, because they said that he had not used the actual arcade hardware to do it. They say he used MAME and all that, which is very, very strange. So it is a very strange decision, but you know what? I think a lot of people don't like Billy Mitchell. And I think one tweeter had said it was a witch hunt because Billy Mitchell had an ego problem, and his head was getting too big, and all that, thinking that he's the man and all that. And I was watching the King of Kong documentary, and they say at one point that he didn't. They were saying at one point he did not want anybody breaking his record, so that could be a selfish attitude on his part. So I think it's going to be a lesson learned here that hopefully Billy Mitchell's ego gets stacked back down to earth and goes like that, because they say pride comes before a fall. So if you have too much pride, expect a fall to happen. You know what I mean? It's totally strange. Totally strange situation. That's for sure. It's been like that since day one, and it's unbelievable. So I'm very, very happy about that decision, because I look at Billy Mitchell, I can't stand the guy's ego. He needs to get that brought down to earth. Hopefully Twin Galaxies got the job done on that. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, so Steve Wiebe is now considered the Donkey Kong champion. First ever person to reach a million points in that game. Because for me, as a retro gamer, I just like playing the games. It's a lot of fun, It's cool to have your initials on the game. I don't care what place on them. They're usually like the top 5 high scores in each video game, which is cool. I can put my initials EML in it, and it's really, really cool to see. Oh, my initials are in the game. So awesome, Kind of, back then I didn't have like a digital camera or anything, or like one of those camera phones like here, taking pictures and said, hey, dude. You know what I mean? Take a picture or a selfie and go, hey, look, my initials are on that thing, I remember my first arcade game, I didn't beat my first arcade game until 1997. So it took me from the year I was born in 77, it took me 20 years to beat my first arcade game. Did you believe that? And my first arcade game I beaten was X-Men versus Street Fighter. All right. I played this thing at Dream Machine back in the day at the Dartmouth Mall. I was still a Ruby Tuesday employee at the time, and it was my first arcade game. I didn't care about setting records and all that. So one game I really worked at was X-Men versus Street Fighter. I was really excited about playing the game because, you know, the X-Men characters and the Street Fighter characters, you know. After playing X-Men Children of the Atom and the Street Fighter Alpha, Street Fighter 2 games and all that, I figured, hey, try it out, and it worked, you know. And I finally, you know, I finally found the right combo to play with. You know, they say, you know, I read, you know, in EGM2 magazine that, you know, Chun-Li and Gambit could be your ideal team to go with. I used them to win. I used Chun-Li and Wolverine. So I was like, okay, those two teams I can work with, and that was the cool thing about it. So, so that's what's really cool. That's the only arcade memory I have. You know, 20 years it took me to beat my first arcade. You know, you figured, you know, I was still young back then. I wasn't as well skilled in the arcades as I was, and I am pretty much now. I'm not super skilled, but I'm like skilled to the point where I know where to go. Common sense, try to go point. You know, I make a mistake. Don't worry. You know, that type of deal. That's my honest opinion. So, hopefully the stripping of the titles will make Billy Mitchell think, and he'll probably be more reviled, like he'll be more hated than the New England Patriots. You know what I mean? If any Patriot hater compares Billy Mitchell to the Patriots, I'm gonna say it's an insult to the New England Patriots, because you know, because I know a lot of people hate the Patriots. Oh, they cheated. You know, hopefully it's old hat now, so it's gonna be, you know, people saying there's dissension in the ranks. You know, Bill Belichick making fun of Gronk and, you know, mocking him for using the TB12 method. It's like, oh, Bill Belichick. You know, I feel like saying the idiot. You know, Bill Belichick is something, and I hate to say this, and because I'm a Patriots fan and all, but Bill Belichick's an idiot because Tom Brady been helping out. You know, you know, the reason maybe Bill Belichick, although Bill Belichick's got that fear that the league is going to look into this and thinking that he's giving them steroids and all that. I think it was because of the A-Rod situation. That's probably the reason why Bill Belichick was doing that, because of the A-Rod situation, and A-Rod got in trouble and all that good stuff. So I think it's a major fear of Bill Belichick, you know, being paranoid. But, you know, it hadn't, you know, who knows? Maybe Bill Belichick knows something that we don't. You know what I'm saying? So, so my vacation's almost over. I got 2 more days left until, technically 3 more days, so I go back Monday. And I'm sure my bosses miss me, and they're going to say, hey, what's up with you? And he goes like, oh, I'm fine. So we'll see what happens. So, like I said, tomorrow I'm going to go see Rampage, the movie. You know, talked about that on my next episode. We'll see what happens, and then my second vacation will be coming up in 2 weeks because I had to use up the hours. Like I said, these guys make it very, very difficult for me to pick my vacations, because like during the spring and summer, we always had people going up and quitting already, and all that good stuff. So during the spring and summer, and then fall comes, and then when the holidays come, you can't take any vacations off during then, and by the time the holidays over, you got to deal with the winter cold and the snow and all that good stuff, and then all of a sudden you have to deal. Okay, winter's over, you have to deal with the fact that, hey, you have until May 1st to use up my vacation hours. So hopefully everything will work out in the end, and I'll see what happens. So we'll see what happens. All right, then I gotta go and get ready for my tic-tac-toe championship defense against the interim champion Justin Noyes on the Rodney1279 channel. Made by Rodney, my good buddy Rodney T. Flippin. Check us out. Tic-tac-toe on the YouTube Games and Entertainment on the Discord app. Check us out there. If you want to join, have some fun, and tell them I sent you. Also, give a shout out to Brandon Scruggs, NVG Productions. I get involved in some of his game shows sometimes. And Kevin Henry. Those 3 gentlemen have been my good friends. We call ourselves the full. I call us the four horsemen of game shows. You know, like, woo. You know, who's Ric Flair? I don't care. We just have a lot of fun. So so check out Kevin Henry's got a new channel called Power Couple Productions on his Discord app as well. So he plays millionaires, a big millionaire fan. So we're gonna have some little fun here. So I'll see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful day, and remember now, behave yourselves. All right. I'll see you guys later. God bless.